Hello, my culinary companions. Tavakkul here with another gem from ancient Azerbaijani cooking that's still highly praised today. Ready to dive in? Grab your aprons and let's get started. To enjoy a good, flavorful piece of meat, one should always provide their livestock with nutritionally rich forage and keep their diet regular. After all, it's not just about the meat itself. I'm talking about the bones, specifically marrow-rich bones. Why? Because a healthy diet doesn't just give you great-tasting meat, but it also leads to bones packed with that rich, creamy marrow. So, get ready to sink your teeth into something exquisite. Today's main event is something you might not expect. Beef bones grilled over an open fire. This episode is going to completely change how you look at cooking bones. Something that might seem inedible to most, but trust me, it's more than just a tasty treat. So, hit that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, and ring that bell icon, because I'm unstoppable on this culinary journey. Here are our gems. Look at that freshness. You can tell by their rich reddish hue that these bones are packed with well-developed marrow. Now, this massive machine I'm holding is called a bone saw. You've probably seen them in butcher shops, used to cut through tough bones. And that's exactly why I need it. Let's make sure we get the perfect cuts. Bones aren't just food. They've got a fascinating history in human culture. From tools and art to spirituality, bones have been integral to humanity's survival and creativity. You might be thinking, wait, I want to know more about all this. Well, there's only one thing you can do. Follow the Wilderness Cooking Instagram page. Trust me, this is where you'll get all your culinary education. But bones have not just been about food. In ancient civilizations, they were used to craft tools, musical instruments, and even shelters. Early humans got pretty creative with bones. They even used them for fortune telling. Maybe we'll try that next time. Maybe not. Following in the footsteps of our ancestors, I'm cooking these bones over an open fire to achieve that smoky, charred flavor that can only be found when you cook with fire. Cooking over an open flame adds complexity to the marrow, imparting that earthy smokiness while keeping the inside soft and creamy. You won't believe the flavors you'll unlock when this hits the grill. Now, let's get our tray ready for these bones. A quick break. I've got something special for you. If you're loving the content and want to take a piece of it home, check out the Wilderness Cooking merch shop. T-shirts, hoodies and more, designed with both comfort and style in mind. Show your support and let's keep cooking with flair. Check out the shop and be happy. Now, let's add some flavour to these bones. I'm making a sauce with chili peppers, ginger and celery. Celery adds a surprising kick with its piquant, slightly spicy notes, and when combined with ginger, it creates a bold, spicy foundation. This sauce is going to take these bones to the next level. On a day like today, when I decided to cook these beef bones, I did a little research. Did you know that the Romans used marrow in their dishes, often paired with truffles? They considered it a delicacy. In medieval Europe, marrow was so luxurious that it was served at royal feasts. A true symbol of wealth. Fancy, right? Just tossed in some grated ginger, and now celery's joining the party. It's got this fresh, peppery vibe that keeps the ginger in check. So good. And that creamy bone marrow? Total game changer. By the way, have you ever eaten bone marrow? If so, how did it taste to you? Drop a comment below. Now, I'm adding some red beans to the sauce. This isn't just about flavour, it's for texture and colour too. The samovar's bubbling away, practically begging for a tea break. Don't worry, it won't have to wait much longer. Time for the final touches. A sprinkle of salt and pepper, a drizzle of olive oil, and just enough water to loosen up the sauce. It's all coming together now. While everything's cooking, I'm gonna brew some tea. I saved this treat for later. Trust me, there's nothing like a good cup of tea before a hearty meal. And here we go. let's lay these bones on the tray. They're like little volcanoes waiting to erupt, and when the fire hits, it's going to look even more dramatic. Picture this, small, fiery volcanoes of bone marrow, bubbling away like molten lava inside. Speaking of which, let's talk about tea. In Azerbaijan, tea is an essential part of life. We even have a special tradition of serving tea with sheki halva, a delicious dessert made with layers of nuts, sugar and spices. The origins of sheki halva go way back to the region of Sheki, which is known for its rich culture and history. It's the perfect pairing with a hot cup of tea. Look at those beef bones lined up like little volcanic islands on the tray. This is going to be a sight to behold when they start sizzling in the fire. Now, let's pour the sauce over these bones for an extra burst of flavour. The sauce will caramelize beautifully on the bones as they cook, turning golden and rich. The flavours are going to intensify as the marrow absorbs all that goodness. Now, look at this image, sitting in front of the tray with those bones burning in the flames. It really does look like a mini volcanic eruption. The marrow inside is like molten lava, bubbling and sizzling as it cooks, just waiting for the moment it's ready to be enjoyed. Isn't nature incredible? Alright, let's give this a try. Wow, this is hot, but the aroma. Friends, if you could only smell this, it's smoky, savory, and rich with that deep, creamy flavour from the marrow. Just heavenly. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. It's like you've tasted the dish but better. Hit like too. It's almost as satisfying as tasting this delicious food. Thanks for joining me on this culinary adventure, my friends. See you in the next episode where we explore even more delicious wonders. Until then, happy cooking and stay hungry for adventure.
Kanalımıza dəstək olmaq istəyirsinizsə, onlayn mağazamızdan xüsusi bıçaq və ya taxta qablarımızı əldə edə bilərsiniz. Mağazanın linki videonun altındakı təsvirdə var. Super!